Like many of you, there is someone who has significantly influenced your life. This person could be a celebrity, or a relatable or iconic figure, or simply someone who has guided you through childhood. For me, the person I admire most is my dad. He goes above and beyond to ensure that he is the best husband to my mother, the best father to my siblings and I, and the best son to my grandmother and once to my grandfather who is no longer with us. While I would like to go into so much detail about how wonderful of a person my dad is, I cannot. And instead, I would like to shine a great amount of light on his irreplaceable character and what makes him such a magnificent individual. Being a great father, my dad gave and still gives my siblings and I the most valuable life lessons that we will always cherish. He always corrects us when we're wrong. He's never afraid to do so, to keep us on the right path. He's always lifting our spirits when we're in a bad mood or simply just having a bad day. And he's the one who's always part of those most memorable and funniest moments that we'd never forget. And not to put so much emphasis on him being an influence on my siblings and I's life, but he's also the best part, the biggest part, and what makes Mom the most happiest woman in the world. He does so by simply calling her when he's at work or on lunch break to just see what she's doing or how her day is going. Or he tells her that he loves her out of the blue. He does simple things around the house like mount a TV to the wall or simply just clean out or rearrange the closet. And he's always lifting the load off of her by cooking dinner or surprising her at dinner or just putting my younger siblings to bed. And as many of you may know, that being a good father and a good husband is hard work itself, but you learn to be a good son first. And I can say that being at my grandparents' house, I definitely noticed how much respect he had for them. He never talked out of turn. He never talked back. He never raised his voice when he disagreed with something that they said. And he'd always do good deeds around the house, like mow the lawn and things like that, without ever being told to do so. And he'd always call before going into town or before going to the grocery store to see if they needed anything. He'd always think of them first before himself. And if they needed something, he'd drop whatever he was doing to just go and, put their needs before his. And before work each morning, without fail, he'd go and he'd sit on the porch with them to just catch up and just spend quality time, because it's those things that matter. To sum everything up, I would like to say again that my dad is such a great husband to my mom and father to my siblings and I, and to my grandmother, he's such a good son. And when my grandfather was living, I can definitely say that he had the uttermost respect for them both. And if you have someone that you admire or who was influential to you, I encourage you to just go and thank them, because I definitely am sure that they will greatly appreciate it. Thank you.